Welcome back to our channel Swipe to Learn. Today we are back with another new video in our DBMS series. We will be discussing about the SQL introduction today. So as you all know, SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It's a database query language which is used for storing and managing the data in the relational DBMS. You have learned about the types of DBMS in the previous lectures, and now this SQL was firstly a commercial language which was introduced for the EF chords relational. It follows all of the EF chord rules, and today almost all the RDBMSs uses SQL as the standard database query language. We can perform various levels of operations in this SQL. So you'll also hear about the MySQL. Like the most common terms are the SQL and the MySQL. So MySQL, it's an open source relational database management system. Basically, it's a software offered by the Oracle. So developers can download it as per the configurations and work on it for the web applications. So the main difference between the SQL and the MySQL is SQL it's used for the database creation, querying, and the manipulation, whereas the MySQL it's a relational database program that uses SQL. Like the MySQL software uses the SQL, and also this undergoes continuous upgrades and improvements. So this is the primary difference between the SQL and the MySQL. SQL, it's a query language. It's a kind of a language, a programming a language. So it's not a programming, it's a query language. And the MySQL, it's a software which uses SQL. Okay. So now here are the different types of the SQL commands. So the four different types of commands are DDL data definition language, DML data manipulation language, DCL data control language, TCL transaction control language. Among all these four kinds of different queries, we have another classification such as the commands which comes under DL, that is create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. And for the DML, we have select, insert, update, delete. And for the DCL, we have grant and revoke. For the TCL, we have commit, rollback, and save point. We'll discuss about each of these commands individually along with the example, syntax in the upcoming videos. For this video, we'll be learning about the introduction and what are their primary purposes. So now DDL, it stands for the definition, data definition language. It helps us for the creation or altering or deleting a table. It modifies the structures, and all the DDL commands are auto-committed. This is the important point to be noted. That is, whenever we perform any changes or perform any modifications by using these following commands, these are auto-committed. That means once these are run, it will be saved permanently. It affects the structure of the database. So as you all know, these are very simple. Create is used to create a new table. Alter is used for altering the table, I mean changing the columns, names, data types, so that. And the truncate is used to delete the data from the table. The drop to drop a table, rename to rename a table. We'll be discussing about each of these commands in the upcoming videos with examples too. And for the DML, these are data manipulation language, which are used for manipulating the data stored in the table. Those are not going to touch the table or perform the manipulations on the table, but only on the data in the table. These are not auto-committed. Like unless like the DDL, these are not auto-committed. If we maintain any changes, we can repetitively make the changes and come back to the original position. So the changes which are done by using these DML commands are not permanent to the database. They can be rolled back. Well, rollback is also another command we'll be discussing ahead. Now for the TCL, transaction control language. So these are the commands which affect on the database. The command run or change the changes coming back to its original state, or we can also make any temporary changes permanent. So for the command, this is used to save the commands. Like whatever you have performed some operations, when you encounter this commit command, it saves all the changes what you have made. Rollback. So we have already discussed in the previously rollback. So whenever you need, you perform some changes and you don't want them to stay permanently to your database, you can roll back, like you can undo the changes. Save point is our like something which I'll save to this level. Say I save here. So I'll make it as like a temporary storage. And after performing some operations, do I really want this? Then I'll make them commit. If I don't want, won't commit and I can roll back it like this. And the next is the DCL data control language. These are used to give authorities privileges based on their roles and responsibilities. So grant is used to provide the permissions and revoke is used to take back the permissions for the particular user. And the popular is the select command. We can use n number of varieties in the select command. Those are the data query language. Those are used to fetch the data from different tables based on the different conditions. So this for this video. We'll be back with another exciting video on this commands in detail way. Congratulations on starting your journey in SQL. Keep practicing. Thank you guys.